Craziest Coincidences of All Time Part 2. This is King Umberto I of Italy, and he ruled Italy during the late 1800s. One day while eating dinner at a small restaurant, Umberto noticed that the restaurant owner looked just like him. But as the two sat down and talked, they soon discovered that they shared a lot more similarities than just their looks. They both were from the same town and were born on the same exact day during the same year. Both of their wives were named Margarita, yes, like the drink, and the restaurant owner opened up his business on the same exact day that King Umberto was inaugurated as the King of Italy. But just when you thought that it couldn't get any weirder, it does. Literally the day after the two met on July 29th, 1900, the restaurant owner was shot and killed in an accidental shooting, which happened on the same exact day that King Umberto was assassinated. What?
Nightmarish facts about your body that you probably shouldn't think about. Part 2. The water you drink has probably been inside of someone or something else. Constipation can make you vomit poop. A teratoma is a rare type of tumor that can grow hair, teeth, bones, intestines, and more. There is a bloody skeleton living inside of you. Bone dust smells like Cool Ranch Doritos. This is what the MRI of a baby looks like. Holy shit.
But this is only because Heath Ledger was wearing prosthetic scars that he had to lick to keep from falling off.
Heath Ledger also locked himself up in a cheap motel room for 43 days to prepare for the Joker, and the beating that Batman lays on Joker was to some extent real. Ledger actually asked Christian Bale to hit him for real, because he was completely committed to his role. And Michael Caine said that when he saw Joker in the scene they were working, he was so shocked that he forgot every line. He also designed his own makeup, and he originally auditioned for the role of Batman.
5 old stuff, from youngest to oldest. Number 5. Lincoln was known for his top hat. He was tall and it made him even taller, so his love for one made it fate that he was killed while wearing one. This is the hat from the day he was executed. It's in pretty bad condition considering how young it is. Number 4. This is lotion from 2,000 years ago. It was found in the Roman temple complex dedicated to Mars. It was last used in the year 2, and is the world's oldest cosmetic face cream. But even though it's 2,000 years old, it still has the finger marks on the lid from when it was last used. Number 3. And less of an object and more of a collection of writings, dating from 3,200 to 3,300 years old. The tomb of Queen Nefertiti. Paintings are found on nearly every surface of the tomb, and it's widely believed to be the most well-preserved decorations of a burial site in Egypt. And just 50 years later, off the west bank of Luxor, the tomb of Seti. Not as well-preserved, but still standing the construct of ancient human artists. And less than 100 years after that, the wall of the Templar of Ramses III. Just 3 of the many examples of how densely dated these huge projects were in Egypt. Number 2. This is one of the oldest, near fully preserved wagons. It's 4,000 years old and was found in modern-day Armenia. It's made of oak and now sits in the History Museum of Armenia. Not to be confused with the oldest known wagon wheel, discovered in Slovenia, that dates back to around 5,300 years old. And lastly, a 9,000-year-old cave painting. It depicts a shaman during a psychedelic mushroom trip. We tend to think old is old, but the time between this painting and King Tut in ancient Egypt is nearly double that of the time between us and King Tut. So this is our ancient history's ancient history. Religion is old, but the oldest one still practiced, being Hinduism, is around 4,000 years old. Double that number, and it's still not as old as this dude tripping on mushies. What's even crazier is this is only one of 15,000 prehistoric rock paintings and engravings in the south of Algeria, some dating back as far as 12,000 years old.
Here's how ancient languages actually sounded.
Caveto vero plebem dolentem, que subito patrem perdiderit.
Euteton hypnos emarpte, luon veledemeta tumo.
Setjumst þá rökstola, bróðir. Hvað hef ég gjört til að bera svo báa kvenhyrni?
This is how you can get full control over your body. If you're ever feeling really stressed or anxious, I got you. All you have to do is slowly blow on your thumb for 30 seconds like this. This will slow down your heartbeat and calm your nerves so you won't have to worry anymore. Next, if you ever wake up in the morning and your hand or arm has fallen asleep, all you have to do is shake your head and it will quickly go away. But if your leg falls asleep, all you have to do is wiggle your toes and your leg will be back to normal right away. If you're ever sick to your stomach and you want to get feeling better quickly, listen up. Squeeze down your left thumb like this to deactivate your gag reflex so you won't gag. And place your thumb right here on your wrist to get rid of your nausea. Finally, eating peanut butter before you fall asleep at night could change your life. It's scientifically proven that eating peanut butter before you fall asleep can help you fall asleep much faster. And it will also give you insanely vivid dreams.
Disturbing facts that you'll wish you never knew. If you die in a house and there's nobody around to feed your pets will start with the squishy parts, such as your lips, eyes, ears, and nose. If you were ever exposed to rabies, you will have 0 symptoms for months. But the second you start showing symptoms, it's already too late. A full-grown raccoon can actually fit in your butt. Raccoons can fit in a hole that is 4 inches wide. Your butt can spread up to 9 inches, so technically you could fit 2 raccoons. In some US states, the act of eating human flesh is completely legal. The only illegal part is how you get it. But if you send this to a friend and they agree to let you eat them, it's completely legal. If you were ever to have your head cut off, you're still technically alive for about 3 seconds. I hope this helps. Now, if you would excuse me, I have some raccoons I need to go take care of.
Hey yo, what the f? Things that I bet you didn't know existed. This right here is a real-life pink lake. It's in Australia, but nobody's allowed to go to the lake. So I guess we'll never know if it tastes like bubblegum. You know, most mountains are snowy or rocky, but not these ones. These are the Rainbow Mountains, which can be found in China. So about 30 years ago, a killer whale and a dolphin fell in love and they had a wallophin, which is a cross between a whale and a dolphin. But if I'm being honest, wallopins are kind of scary looking. I don't know if I like these guys. But these dudes, on the other hand, these are raccoon dogs, and they're everything that they look like they are. They're just so cute, but unfortunately they're an invasive species and you can't legally own one as a pet.
Shower thoughts that might melt your brain, Part 9. Humans cannot live in harmony with other humans on the same planet and still somehow convince themselves that meeting aliens would go smoothly. We would probably take better care of ourselves if we had a health bar. Audiobooks are the opposite of silent movies. There are more numbers than there are things to count. You get pissed at your alarm even if it does its job or if it doesn't.
Here's 5 foods that originally looked totally different. Avocados used to be much smaller and came in a hard shell. Wild strawberries tasted sweeter but were much smaller than the modern version. The wild ancestors of tomatoes looked like berries and came in green, purple, and yellow colors. Wild carrots were very thin vegetables and came in white or purple colors. And nearly 5,000 years ago, watermelons were very tiny and bitter tasting.
If this happens to you, you need to run fast. If you hear these sirens make this sound, you need to seriously get out of there. These are air raid sirens, and when they go off, you know something bad is about to happen. This is your warning to get to shelter and hide to stay safe, because whatever is about to happen could be extremely dangerous. So if you hear these sirens, you need to run fast. Make sure you share this message and follow for more.